Hi guys, we are back at the improvement series. I want to do all of the tactical themes one by one until I reach a rating of 2500. And last two videos I started with Checkmate. They are combined in like the Checkmate category. But I'm gonna do it from the puzzle theme list. If we go down to Checkmate, we have Checkmate. I did the Checkmate in 1, Checkmate in 2, and now it's going to be about the mate in 3. We do about 20 or 30 minutes. Let's see how much I can solve, how many of them. And yeah, as I said, the rating, I want to get up to 2500 in any like those main categories and then move on to the next one. Okay, mate in 3, let's go. A bit scared of that one, to be honest. Let's see. So we have a check. The king has to move. Okay. On the other hand, we can take. Yeah, this is threatening mate. He cannot defend. This is, and we have to block the rook off, and we have to take the bishop because otherwise we cannot checkmate. Okay, and as always, try to find the solution faster than me, or pause the video if you want to find out for yourself. And I think that's the correct solution. I hope so. And now we move rook to b8. He has to block and checkmate. Okay, that was roughly 1 minute. Let's see. And on purpose, I'm not showing the rating because it only shows you the overall like puzzle rating. So that's kind of pointless. I really don't want to be affected by that, or generally I don't care too much about the rating points. It's just like, you know, for myself a goal before really playing to get those fundamentals down, to practice those basics. Now I think we have to move this pawn for a back rank checkmate. And then I think whatever he does, by the way, it's checkmate in 3. So technically we play this, he plays here. And then we can move king to d6 to take the e7 square, and we don't have any check from black. So yeah, I think that's to be it. And yes, nice one. And that's on normal difficulty. This puzzle, for example, for the overall rating gives me plus 3 points. And yeah, the point of those videos is it's quite boring, but I think there's no secret in improving. It's simply patterns, repeating, repetitions, and that's what those videos are all about. If you want to come along and then, yeah, like those puzzles, or don't really have the time to do them yourselves, yeah, here you go. Okay, we have a check, but this can easily be blocked. But if we check here and it's blocked, then we have, what if we check here? But then he can go to king a. Then it's checkmate. Okay. I know it's not straight away, but so bishop h7 is the most forcing move. Then he either takes, but then we have knight to f6, double check. The king only has h8 and queen h7 is checkmate. Or, and we double check. I think it is the move, I'm pretty sure, but you know, how often do you see the move and then it's the wrong one anyway because you miss a point. I mean, that's how we blunder and lose games. That's it, right? He can't go here. He go here, but then it's checkmate anyway. Yeah. Okay, but how do we checkmate? We have to checkmate. Okay, now we have to take the rook. And now we take here, right? Double check, and the king can't go anywhere. Yes. Okay, we only have the queen. I think it's this move to get him closer to our pawns, because we need support from our pawns to mate him. Then he has this move only. We give another check. He has either this or this. And on both moves, we can checkmate on h3. No, we cannot. But we can. How can we checkmate? So, queen h8, king to g5. Then queen h4, and not the pawn. Then king to f5, queen to f4 is checkmate, right? Yeah. Plus 3. Okay. If we take here and threaten next move checkmate, but he can checkmate us too, so it has to be a more forcing move. Can we take here first on h7? Then he has to take back. Then we can take on h6, but then we don't have any checkmate on h4 or something. No, but we can simply take, right? Then the queen comes in, then he has to go back and we take on like this. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, we have a check on f7. He has to go to h8. Okay, queen f7, king h8. Oh, we take first. We take, he has to take. We take, and this is checkmate, because we have to remove the pawn. Okay, convinced. But now let's get it right. The first move is queen to f7, and then checkmate on g6. Okay. Okay, I think this is pretty straightforward. If we go a7, then it's checkmate on b6 in 2 moves. If he takes, we go queen b6. He has to go back and checkmate, right? Yes. Okay, this is a discovered check. Um, Discovered check. Double check the king has to move. If he moves here, then I have no idea. This is checkmate, so he has to go to a h8. And then what? We go queen f7 simply? No, why do we go queen f? No, no, no. So king h8. Am I not seeing it? This is check. Okay. And the knight goes back because h7 is covered. So double check. But what if it doesn't matter who takes, right? We can sacrifice the queen and checkmate on a7. Nice. All right. The most forcing move is this is checkmate. He has to take. We can give a check. He has to block and checkmate, right? Because okay, nice. So far, no mistakes. Queen h6. He has to go to g8. He cannot go to g8. So where can he go? Only to h8. Then we can give a check with the rook. The rook has to take, the queen takes, and it's checkmate. Okay, nice. The queen check, king goes here, queen checks. No, the pawn can be taken. So like this. But how do I take now the rook? Here and here. Then the rook is covering this and the queen is covering this and this. And the queen cannot leave the pawn alone. The queen has to protect the pawn always. Yes. If we go here, then the king can escape here, and we can't. Yeah, it has to be the rook, and then queen to e7 is checkmate, right? Yes. Okay. Now we give a check. The king has to go to h2. King goes to h2. Hmm. King goes to h2. Yeah. Do we have? We don't really have any checks. Ah, or we take here first, of course. Then the king has to go to g1 because of the rook blocks, then this is checkmate. So this, king g1, rook takes on e1, and this is checkmate. Oh, okay, nice. I sometimes don't see the easiest moves, like taking the pawn there. Okay, we have one check on g5. The king has to go back. Let's say f8 to cover the e8 check. But if he goes, we can go here. But then he can go back to g7. So no. Ah, if we go to h6, we don't allow him to go f8. He goes here, we go here, and this is checkmate. We can take the rook, but we need the queen to be on h6. And now we can take, I guess, doesn't matter. Queen can take, rook can take. Okay, so this is covered. And we have two rooks. We have two rooks. Rook to h2. He has to block. We can take. This has to take, but this opens up our different rook. Always forcing moves, and now it's checkmate. Yes. Okay, queen to f3. The king can take our pawn. We can give a check on f4. The king has to go back. Checkmate on h4. Nice. Oh, two knights. How do I checkmate on two knights? How do I checkmate on two knights? So if we go here, the king has to go only h5. If we then... No, that's not a checkmate, right? So knight to f7, king to h5. Ah, if we then go knight to f4, this square is covered. This is a check, this square is covered, so this is the only move, and then checkmate, and this pawn is covered. Okay, what did I just say? Check. Another check, and checkmate, yes. Okay, queen to e1, king to g2, the queen goes here, maybe the bishop goes here. In any way, the king comes here to f3. So check, the king goes here. No, the queen has to stay here, I suppose. Okay, wait. We give a check. The king goes to g2. We check with this. King goes to f3. And how do I checkmate? Feel like I'm not seeing something. So queen e1. Queen e1. King g2. No, something is wrong. Queen e1, king g2. Why don't I see it? If I go here, the king can escape. And there's no checkmate. So, king, bishop. The king goes back, of course, bishop h3. But the king doesn't go back, he goes here. So bishop, king f3. I'm not seeing it. Okay. Let's look away for a second and try again. Queen to e1. King to g2. If we go queen f1, king f3. There's no way for me to checkmate, right? There's only, this is covered by the queen, this is, he can simply go back. And if I move the bishop here, he can go to e3. So king e1, queen e1, king g2. Bishop f1, king f3, and queen e2. Oh man. This was really took way too long. Let's see again. Oh my god. Okay. We have this check. The king has to move to e8. Oh. We have another check. No, because the pawn can take. Okay, then it's more likely to be rook to f8. The bishop has to block. Yeah, we can simply take, and it's a back rank mate because it's all covered. All right. So here we go. Where do we go? We can fork, but we want to checkmate. All right, so if we give this check, he goes here, he cannot go here. He has to take queen a8, and only the queen can block. And checkmate. All right. If we take, the pawn can take back. That's not checkmate. If we take, the pawn has to take back. Also not checkmate. But somehow I have to take. We have to remove the defender of h6. So if we take here, the rook also has to take, or the king goes back and it's checkmate in 2 moves. So we take on g7. The rook has to take. Queen takes h6. Oh no, rook takes h6. We need the double power on the a and the h file. Okay. Because if we take with the queen and the king goes back, we don't have a way to checkmate. And now like this. All right. So we have a check, has to block, another check, the queen has to take, and checkmate. Like this, this, and this. Okay, we're at 2084 points right now in total, so maybe we can get to 2100. We got like 2 or 3 or max 4 out of those. We'll see. A few more. Okay, we can give it check. The king has to move. No, the bishop, knight could take. Oopsie. Then I feel like it should be maybe rook to h8. If the king takes, then I can take the rook. Wow, king h7 and there's no checkmate. If I take this rook first. Oh yeah, maybe that's more likely because we need the bishop. So we take this rook, the king has to take, and another check here. And then we have knight to d6, and this is covered, this is covered, this is covered by the pawn, and the back rank is covered by the rook as well, like this, and checkmate. All right, here, if we take, the king has to take. We have a check, and this is checkmate, right? No, maybe no, let's not rush it. We take, he has to take another check. He can't go here, 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 here. He only has this move, and this is checkmate. Okay. All right. So, queen to f7. The king has to move. I think we have to remove h7 first. We have to remove h7 first to give checkmate on g6. If we take, yeah, if we take, that's a good question. I think we take. That was a bit rushed now, but it simply has to be. But now the question is, if we take and he goes to h8 instead. Oh, it's mate in 1. Okay. Knight to f7. All right. So, queen to a1. The king has to go here. We can give a check on e2. The rook has to take. We can take, and that's a 3-move checkmate. Because we're protected by our bishop. Okay, maybe 2 more. So we give a check. The king, no, the king cannot escape here. So I think we have to give, no, maybe this check first. Because yeah, we have to remove the pawns for our bishop. So we have to remove f2, the king goes here, we can sacrifice the rook. The king has to take, and we give checkmate on h4 because this is covered, right? Yes, yeah, no, but I don't take with the... I have to take with the queen, right? Right. Yes. We take and checkmate. Okay, I think same story. We have to remove h7 first to give checkmate on g6. So without thinking, we try it, and it's correct. Is it even? I think it's the same position, right? Or a similar position. Okay. All right. If we give a check, or the queen can take. So it has to be queen f7, the only check, or e8. I think f7. So then the king has to go to g5 or g4. On g5, it's a very good question. So actually, maybe we have to move the king up, because we don't really have enough power to checkmate the king just like that. And there isn't any other check or checkmate, right? And there's no check from black. Whereas on h2, we can easily be checked on f2. So king h3. Then whatever black does, the next move is checkmate. I mean, the queen can take. What else can he do? He can do nothing to prevent it, I think. g4 is checkmate, so he has to take and mate with the queen. Okay, one last. It's kind of addicting. Especially if you get everything right. Okay. Oh, that's a tough one, I think. So if we give this check, the king has no squares. He can take with the queen. If we give this check with our queen, then he has to move to f1, and then e1 is checkmate, right? Yes. All right, guys, big moment. This was like almost 30 minutes of mate in 3. We go back to the puzzle. No, oopsie. Puzzle dashboard. Strength. Checkmate. Oh, it doesn't really increase. Oh my god. So I think 2500 is really optimistic. Puzzle history. Made in 3. 26 minutes ago. Alright, so I'm not sure how long this will take, but I'm feeling pretty confident about the made in 3s. I mean, they were pretty straightforward, but yeah. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to me, follow my journey, and I hope you can learn as well from those kind of videos if you hang around and solve them with me, pause them if you want to, and simply step by step improve in chess. Alright, see you in the next video. Enjoy your day.